So what is bewitchment? Is to fascinate a person. Bewitchment is to attract and hold attentively by unique power, personal charm, unusual nature, or special quality a person. To bewitch a person is to charm a person using satanic power. To bewitch is to put a person under a spell using satanic power. To bewitch is to misguide and mislead a person using satanic manipulation. Bewitchment is also the act of causing a person to walk or live in error using satanic power. Bewitchment is also to put a magic spell on someone or something in order to control it. To bewitch is also to amaze, to astonish, or overwhelm with wonders, signs a person. And you need to know that bewitchment serves the objectives of Satan, which are to steal, destroy, and kill people. So the objective of bewitchment is either to steal from people's life, to destroy people's destinies, and to kill people. And bewitchment is a very powerful instrument of witchcraft. When someone is bewitched, Satan, demons, and satanic agents have power and control over his will, his soul, his body, his spirit, his thought pattern, his emotions, his family, his ministry, his destiny, without him knowing it or being aware of it. A bewitched person is usually mesmerized, captivated, spellbounded, enraptured, hooked, enamored by someone or something. So there are means through which people are bewitched. Number one is money. A lot of people are bewitched through money. Food and drink. A lot of people are bewitched through food and drink. Even some people are bewitched through the food and the drink they take in their sleep. Number three, people can be bewitched through sex. Very important to know that through sexual relationship, a lot of people are bewitched. Now, people can be also bewitched through enchantment, incantation, fame, power, and ignorance. So how to know that you are bewitched? How to know the consequences or the effects of bewitchment in the life of someone? Here are some evidences that someone is bewitched. Number one, everything they do with their hands fail simply because their hands are bewitched. When you notice that everything that you do with your hands always fail, most of the time it's an evidence that your hands have been bewitched. Number two, people who are bewitched are always convinced that lie is the truth. When you see people be convinced that a lie is a truth, it's a proof that they have been bewitched. Because bewitchment will make you see the lie as the truth. Bewitchment can make you see something that is black as something that is blue. And it doesn't matter what people tell you, you will never see things the way they are or the way they appear. You will always see things the way the person or the spirit that bewitched you wants you to see. Because when you are bewitched, you are under the control of the person or of the spirit that bewitched you. So now your way of viewing life, your way of seeing things does not depend on you, but it depends on the person who has bewitched you. So if the person who bewitched you wants you to see something that is white as red, you will always see anything that is white as red, no matter what people tell you. And you will be convinced that the lie is the truth. Why? Because you have been bewitched. This is why most of the time when you try to convince someone about the truth and you see that the person is convinced about lie being the truth, you see that the person believes strongly in the lie, thinking that is the truth. Most of the time it's simply because the person has been bewitched, and the person just need deliverance from bewitchment. And to help this type of person, all you need to do is to take authority over that power of bewitchment and break it, so that that person can see things the way they really are. So, like I said, number 2, people who are bewitched are always convinced that lie is the truth. Number 3, people who are bewitched usually don't accept counsel or advice. They don't want to accept counsel or advice from anybody. They believe that they know everything. So it doesn't matter how you try to advise them, you try to counsel them, they will not receive it. They will always reject it. So that is a proof that the person is bewitched. Number 4, people who are bewitched, they always prefer to live or to walk in error than to go back on the right path. When someone is bewitched, he will rather live or walk in error instead of going back to the right path. Number 5, when someone is bewitched, the person continually has accidents and incidents. You will see people, if they go in the bathroom, they will slip and fall and hurt themselves. You see people, they can spend a month without having an accident with the vehicles, simply because they have been bewitched. You will see people, something constantly happen to them. They get hurt simply because they have been bewitched. When you notice that you have continued accidents in your life in various areas, it's a proof that you have been bewitched. It's that bewitchment that is causing you to have constant accidents. Number 6, the people who are bewitched always operate in their lives under demonic manipulation and control. So whatever they do, they are manipulated and controlled by evil powers, by demons. People who are bewitched also, they constantly make bad choices, bad decisions and errors. If you notice that in your life, you constantly make bad decisions, you constantly make errors, you constantly take bad decisions, bad actions, it's a proof that you have been bewitched. And it's because of that bewitchment that you always find yourself in making bad choices and decisions. Number 8, when someone is bewitched, his mind is hostile to the truth. The person will always reject anything that has to do with the truth. When you see people who always reject the truth, it's a proof that, or an evidence that, they have been bewitched. Number 9, people who are bewitched are always worries. They are always anxious. They constantly have worries and anxieties. If notice that you constantly have worries and anxieties, it's an evidence that you have been bewitched. Number 10, people who are bewitched, they always feel hopeless, discouraged, drained, tired. There's always some sort of fatigue in their lives. And that fatigue is constant, it's regular. Why? Because the person has been bewitched to be in that condition. Number 11, when someone is bewitched, the person lacks self-confidence and self-control. When you see people who lack self-control, people who lack self-confidence, most of the time it's an evidence that they have been bewitched. Number 12, people who are bewitched are also insecure. They always feel insecure. 13, people who are bewitched, they are constantly sick. If you notice that you are constantly sick, today you have headache, tomorrow you have chest pain, the day after you have you have pain on your feet, and then another day you have pain in your back. So people who are constantly sick, when you notice that you are constantly sick, you are regularly sick, it's an evidence that you have been bewitched. The presence of that sickness or the presence of infirmity in your life, it's only the result of the bewitchment that has been done against you. 14, people who are bewitched, they always move away from the truth to become unknowingly carnal. You will see some people who were walking by the Spirit before, but then when you notice that they are moving away from the truth and that they begin to do things as carnal people, they begin to act carnally, it's a proof that they have been bewitched. And most of the time when they do it unconsciously, unknowingly. Like I told you, when someone is bewitched, the person is not aware of it. And that is the strength of bewitchment, is that when you are bewitched, you are not aware of the bewitchment. It's someone that can tell you that you are bewitched, or is during a teaching like this one that someone who's bewitched can now realize that he has been bewitched when he observed that there are certain things that are happening regularly in his life that can be the result of bewitchment. So when people move from the truth to become carnally minded, to become, to live like carnal people, it's a proof that the person has been bewitched. 15, people who are bewitched, they always struggle financially. When you are bewitched, you will always struggle financially. And everything you invest in financially will never work, will always fail. So when you notice that anytime you invest in a project, you invest in a business, you invest even in your career, and it always fails, it's a proof that you have been bewitched. Because people who are bewitched would always struggle financially. Number 16, when someone is bewitched, his reputation is tarnished. His reputation is bad. His reputation is negative. So sometimes when you see people with bad, negative, or tarnished reputation, is simply because they have been bewitched. 17, when people who are bewitched, you will notice that they always misrepresent themselves unknowingly. You see people misrepresenting themselves unknowingly. It's because they are bewitched. Or you will see those people being always misrepresented. If you notice that people always misrepresent you, it's an evidence that you have been bewitched. Don't think that the problem is the people who are misrepresenting you. No, most of the time it's because you have been bewitched. When you have been bewitched, it doesn't matter how hard people try, they will always misrepresent you. And even you yourself, you will always misrepresent yourself unknowingly because of bewitchment. "18. The people who are bewitched, they always believe that they are right and they are never wrong. When someone is bewitched, the person will always believe that he's right and that he's never wrong. So if it's your case, you always believe that you are right and that people are wrong, it's an evidence that you are bewitched. 19. The people who are bewitched, their mind, their mood, and temper can change for no reason from 1 minute to the next. When you see people from 1 minute to the next, they can change from one mood to another one. The temper can change in a minute. Most of the time is because they are bewitched. Because when you are bewitched, the person or the spirit that has bewitched you is controlling you from distance. They are able to switch on or switch off your mood. They are capable of switching on or switching off your temper. So when you see that your temper or your mood change for no reason from 1 minute to the next, it's a proof that you have been bewitched. 20. People who are bewitched, they are always depressed, stressed, distressed. If you notice that you are constantly or regularly depressed, stressed, distressed, it's a proof that you have been bewitched. Number 21. People who are bewitched, they know what they are supposed to do to bring change in their lives or avoid trouble, but they don't do it. When you notice that you know the things you're supposed to do to accomplish things in your life or to bring change in your life, but you don't do it, it's because you have been bewitched. You will see people who know that they are supposed to pray, they are supposed to fast, but they don't fast, they don't pray. They are not doing it because they want to. They are doing it because they are bewitched. Because the devil will bewitch you so that you will not do what you are supposed to do to bring change in your life or to be free or to be delivered. And you will see a lot of people are suffering in their lives, knowing what they are supposed to do to put an end to that suffering, but they are not doing it. You know, people who know the right thing they should do, but they are not doing it. When you know the right thing to do, but you don't do it, it's because you have been bewitched. You know the things you're not supposed to do, but you keep on doing it. It's because you have been bewitched. You have been bewitched in doing what you are not supposed to do. You have been bewitched in not doing what you are supposed to do.